Are you not entertained? Haters gonna hate episode 2. Now, I gotta say this first and foremost. It's been like 2 months since I did one of these episodes, but I'm only gonna do them from time to time because I want to make sure I have factual, clear-cut, well thought out statements and evidence. Okay. Now, for those who don't know why I start off that video this way, this video that way, whatever, it's that line is one of the best quotes ever, especially in movie history, from Maximus Aurelius, from the movie Gladiator, when he was in the Colosseum in Rome. And in the subject of this episode, what is it? I shall be talking about action halls, as I like to call them. Obviously, no takes, no cuts. We're just going in here raw. I won't get too explicit on the content. Now, I could talk about so much on this one, but I'll keep it mainly to anime and manga on this one, because I talked about athletes last time in episode 1, and I'll probably provide the link in the description to that video. Now, where to begin? Obviously, I shall begin with the current, what's been happening over the last few months of the most popular, you could say, at least most popular manga, if not most popular anime in the world. And what is that? One Piece! OP, that's right. Now, a lot of people, when something is so popular, obviously there's going to be different views, different reasons why people like it. But the problem that One Piece is suffering from, at least in the anime, some point in the manga, I'll deal with the manga in a minute. Okay. Let me start with the anime. Get the real controversial stuff out the way. In the anime, we are now in the Punk Hazard arc. And I often said even in the manga days, I often imagine when I read this in the manga, and I marathon through for different reasons. I'll predict, well, not for different reasons, I'll present why I marathon through. Because I didn't actually start reading manga till after, One Piece's manga. And so, I was tired, as a One Piece addict, I was tired of waiting for the One Piece anime. So I'm like, might as well get into the manga. I was hesitant to get into manga, now I love manga, as you can see. On my channel. And if you ever talk to me. What One Piece's manga, the Punk Hazard arc, was so slow. Definitely not one of the best arcs in One Piece. So what do you expect the anime to be? The anime adapts from the manga. If the manga arc is slow, what the hell do you expect the anime arc to be slow? Do you expect it not to be slow? That logically makes sense. Of course it's going to be slow. People talk about the pacing issues. The pacing was screwed up in the manga. Oh, to spend a little bit too much time. It sometimes was repetitive. But see, in the manga, people tend to blaze through, not understanding. Now, I'm a bit of a slow, I slow read for a few reasons. Sometimes I go back over stuff to make sure I catch stuff. So I understood how slow it actually was. How bored sometimes I was even in the manga. I'm not saying I didn't like the arc. I'm saying it was boring at times. So what do you expect out of anime when your full attention is drawn? Oh, but I forgot. A lot in the YouTube anime and manga community especially, logic and reason, for some reason, doesn't compute properly. Oh, people want to talk about the animation. Now, at times could be better. But let me give y'all a backstory on me. As I often stated, I grew up on comic book superheroes. I grew up with cartoons. I even talked about in my cartoon what happened to Cartoon Network. I grew up watching stuff from the 60s, 70s. Excuse me for the slippage. The 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s. The animation wasn't the focal point. It was the storytelling. And as someone who comes from a literary perspective, I watch One Piece for the story. The animation has never been mind-blowing. When was the anime for One Piece released? In like 1998. The manga was released in 1996. It has the 90s animation. Nobody complained back in the day about One Piece's animation. Now, they may complain about its unique art style, but its art style was kind of similar, to that, the Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, all that, because it was from the 90s. People would talk about the pacing. Apparently, some even come back and say, it's been one chapter since Thriller Bark. Nobody complained about that. Nobody really complained about Marineford. Because why? Action whores. This arc didn't simply have that much action. Well, you want to know what? It's like I said with on one of Uber Hikari's videos. I think it was the character-driven narrative versus a plot-driven narrative. I said this clearly. I said that One Piece post-time skip has switched focus for the most part. Obviously, it's still, revolved around the characters, namely the Straw Hats. But it's become more of a plot-driven narrative. So, of course, the action ain't going to be as hype. And it wouldn't make sense. I'm sorry. There is so much I want to get out of One Piece. Even in this most recent manga chapter. That it was a necessary thing. There's so many mysteries and subplots that are going on that Ichiro Oda is set up. If you can't respect Oda's masterful, universal level world building, his masterpiece of a story he's writing, then what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? All you want to see is fight, fight, fight. The fights mean nothing if not for the build-up. And I will get to a couple, I will get to the number one that's compared with when it comes to action. And why that manga and anime is failing. Okay? Now, as far as the manga goes, Dressrosa, I want to see, don't mean to spoil, but, for example, Doflamingo Law. Now, if you've seen the anime, you can probably figure that out, so it's not a huge spoiler. And besides, my channel, y'all see my videos, I've talked about the Dressrosa arc, up-to-date stuff anyway, so it's not too big of a spoiler. But anyways, for example, that, I won't release the big names, but there was some big names, big action that was happening. Oh, why is the fights getting canceled? I can't understand why Oda's doing this. Because Oda doesn't want to reveal. Because he's actually an excellent, phenomenal, amazing storyteller. One Piece is the story. What do people say? It's about the adventure. But people don't want to wait. People want to be impatient. They always want to see the boom, boom, bang, bang, fight, fight, pig, kick, kick, punch, punch. That's why a lot of the video game industry is so screwed up right now. Because we have action whores. That's why sports and whatever is so screwed up a lot of times. Because of action whores. Everything's screwed up right now because of action whores. Movies aren't as good as what they could be. Because the storyteller's not there. Because of action whores. I'll give you one example of what I mean. Green Lantern. That was a decent movie. It based off of the origins pretty well. But people didn't like it because it didn't have the... Because it wasn't revolved around action. Look at Transformers. Transformers is a great trilogy. But it could have been better. So much better. But you have the action whores. I don't need to belabor that point. But with the manga, this arc, it's longer than what a lot of us expect, including myself. It's such an important... It's so pivotal. Why are reviewers crediting, this arc to be such greatness? Because of all the stuff that's happening. There's action going on. Oda's setting up a lot, but he's bringing conclusion. He's setting up mysteries and foreshadowing. He's doing an excellent job. I love the Coliseum. I love with all that. We haven't seen tournaments. In One Piece, and there's a lot of things it does. And plus, it takes us away from just the art. It brings a whole nother element. You understand? Now, I had talked about. There's an anime and manga that people talk about, it has better action, which I totally disagree. It has more action, I totally disagree. Especially if you've read the current arc in manga, which I haven't, but I keep up to date. Naruto. Hey, Pop. Naruto. Probably bathroom. Sorry, y'all. It's life. Yeah, Naruto Shippuden. Name the Naruto manga. Action. Do I really need to go off on Naruto? Do I really need... Y'all know I can go off. If you ever see my comments, if you ever see my video, y'all know. Do I really need to talk about the... It's beyond just bad writing. Kishimoto's bad writing. It's become terrible. Absolute bull. BS writing. What's going on? Because the action horrors that's the fandom. That's a lot of what the fandom's made of. Action horrors. They want to see that entertainment. Well, guess what? When you just go in purely for entertainment, no. Nothing can survive like that. If you want that, this is what you want, okay? No. I can't even say that. Because even in Gladiators and Colosseums, people there's stories behind that. I use Gladiator. One of the best. I could put out so many movies. Why? It's not because just the action. The action actually has to mean something. How does that not compute? If it has no meaning, then it's pointless. If there was no skill, there's no this. Just a bunch of explosions. That doesn't make a great anime or manga. It doesn't make great literature, period. And remember, this is literature. It's not entertaining. It may start off as entertaining. It's cool. But then there's limits, there's bounds, there's logic, there's everything to this. I throw out a couple that people are somewhat disappointed. You know, there's hype. They're hyped up. But a lot of people are saying the backlash. And I'll give one that they're not. Because I for whatever reason. I'll give the one that they're not now and then deal with the two in this video. Don't want to make it extremely long. Hunter or Hunter x Hunter has how some says. The 2011 anime. Nobody complains about that. Yeah. It doesn't always have hype action. Animation's great. You know, because it's a new anime, right? Great storytelling. Nobody ever complains about Hunter x Hunter. Why? Because the fan base actually can think. Because people watching that, it's a dark shonen. People aren't coming to that for just the action. They're coming because they have a mature mind. Even though it's a shonen, it's a dark shonen. So it's the bridge between shonen and seinen. Okay, seinen like Berserk, for example. Holy Land, as y'all see, I love. My third favorite manga. Currently, anyway. People don't complain. Because the focus, the perspective is proper. Now, as far as... Now, am I saying all anime and manga do it right all the time? No, that's not what I'm saying. But listen to what I'm really saying. Two of the most popular, well-done series recently. Attack on Titan, aka Shingeki no Kyojin. I did a video equals, Attack on Titan equals anime greatness. I also watched Kill la Kill. Now, with Attack on Titan, just legendary. The anime was legendary. The manga, a lot of people love it. But I personally don't read it for different reasons because I'm waiting to see, I love the anime so much. And just reasons. I don't read the manga. Don't hate on me. There's reasons I don't. I don't hate on anybody who does. It's in a phenomenal story. There's just reasons I don't read the manga. Now, with Attack on Titan, there was even backlash from Attack on Titan. The animation, was on some otherworldly, like, universal, some would say godlike level, right? The story. The story. They made even the training. Episode 3, I thought that was going to be boring because I knew it was training. But no, every episode pretty much was hype, bro. Some people complain about Eren being a Titan. About him staying on. The unique storyline, of course there's going to be some similar elements to other anime and manga. But it was so unique. People died. In masses. Main characters ain't dead yet. But that's regardless. I mean, the realism of it all. The dark shonen aspect of it all. But people are having problems. People were saying, I can't get into, I don't like the action. Are you serious? You action horrors. Oh, I don't like the last couple episodes because I don't like what they say. So many complaints. You action horrors. You can't prep when a story's right there in front of you. Greatness. You can't even appreciate greatness. And then starting because of Attack on Titan's animation and because of Hunter x Hunter's 2011's animation. Hunter x Hunter 2011's animation. Everybody expecting One Piece, Naruto Shippuden, and everything else to have that level of animation. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. When you have series, now Hunter x Hunter is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. But the manga is from 1999. Remember that. One Piece has been an ongoing anime since 98. 619 episodes currently. Naruto Shippuden. Now, we have 2 series of Naruto. Naruto Shippuden, 320. Now, could they have better animation times? Of course. We have one. We're talking about Attack on Titan. 25 episodes, or was it 26? You know, what more do I need to say? And lastly, Kill la Kill. Animation, just dynamic, as people say. Now, I call it highly enjoyable. Currently, and I haven't watched it, I'm going to watch the sometime either today or tonight, tomorrow, whatever. Going to watch the current episode 6 that came out today. Yo, this story though, it's getting quite good. You know, everybody always hyped the first few episodes. Everybody on that episode 3. I think episode 4 was the best so far that I've seen. I told you I haven't seen episode 6. It was episode 4, then I said 3, then episode 5. Episode 5, you know, the pacing's begun to slow down a bit. People are like, Of course, you start to hear the grumbling complaints. Oh, it's just mindless act. All the fan service, all this and that. It's like, yo, what in the world do you want? Can you not see the story right in front of you? Yes, the plot seems simple, but the characters are getting developed. You can't start like people want everything in front of them at the beginning. It's like, yo, their attention spans are so damn short. It's just shameful. It's beyond sad. It's just truly shameful. It's absolutely shameful. It's a mockery. You call yourself anime fans. You call yourselves manga fans. You call yourselves fans or whatever. You action whores. It's almost I would despise, not you, but I would despise. I did despise your mentality, but you know, it saddens me. It's beyond infuriating at this point. It just saddens me, truly. It's lunatic. It really is. It's illogical, irrational, and I could say so much, but I told you I don't want to extend this video too long. But understand that, yeah, every topic I come into, y'all know y'all about to get the firepower. When you see these haters gonna hate, these haters can keep hating. They can hate greatness. But when you have shows, you know, Kill la Kill, I'm not sure, but it's been confirmed. I've heard from others. When you have shows like Attack on Titan, okay, that non-anime watchers come into. When you have shows like Dragon Ball Z, the non-anime watchers come into and watch that, get into. They may even get into anime. When you have that, understand, One Piece, Naruto to some degree, the different ones, and I don't even like Naruto. But then, let me finish off with this point. Now, Fairy Tail is another example of just fighting doesn't get things done. That's all I need to say to that. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me y'all thoughts about these action hosts. Tell me y'all experiences. I'd love to hear. I love to hear. It sickens me. It really is. It sickens me. And then the people who are anti-action. But again, I'm not gonna go any further. Expect episode 3 to come sometime in, not sure when. But the next time, y'all know I'm gonna bring I don't care attitude to the video. Alright, y'all. Peace. Have a good day. Good night. Beautiful day, beautiful night, baby. Let's do this thing.